So one key is you're trying to get a minute, right? But breaking up the minute into little sets is totally fine. And in fact, that's what I recommend doing. I mean, first you want to focus on your form, which is already good. Okay, go ahead and rest. And then you want to focus on how it feels. So you want to really pinpoint. So you want to feel in this one the abs, the quads, the shoulders. And then once you get the form and the feeling, then we're just trying to add time. So if right now you're just at 20 seconds, and then you take a rest, and then you go 20 more seconds, and you take a rest, and that's fine. Better to do that than to say, no, I have to do a minute, and then you're like scrunching your neck, and you're overarching your back, and it just doesn't work. So better to do this. So you're almost done. You have about 17 more seconds, and again, chop that up however you need to. Right. No, I
mean, we're kids, right?
Right, exactly. No, I totally understand. It's hard to train yourself. Sometimes you just need somebody to say, look, you need to do this. You're not that bad. Just do this, this, and this.
I know it.
Right?
It's just that
yeah.
I have this idea of myself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And certainly, like having my dad's gait is just like, oh, Jesus. That's kind of how we walk, right? It's
right.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah. You've just heard a couple tidbits that I had from today's personal training sessions. The first one, really important that you guys grasp this, that when you're doing an exercise, the first thing you want to consider is your form. The second thing is the feeling, so what muscles are actually engaging. And then lastly, you start focusing on time or reps. You only begin focusing on the time or the reps once you have the form and the feeling down. Before that, it doesn't make sense to try to do more repetitions because you're not even doing it correctly. And then the second client that I was training, I was really talking with her about, she knows a lot. She's a therapist, and she knows about the body and everything. And I just told her, you can't do surgery on yourself. Sometimes you just need someone to say, hey, you need to do this. And I'm assessing you, and based on what I see, you need to do X, Y, Z. And, because sometimes when we know too much, we tend to, we think we need to do everything, and then we get kind of analysis paralysis, and then because everything's a good idea, then generally we don't do anything. And I remember actually saying this, I don't know if it was months ago, years ago, to Aaron, and I remember this was kind of the trap that I fell into. I was saying, I just need 2 hours a day, and I'm going to do every exercise that I could possibly think of, and this and that, and 2 hours a day. And Aaron kind of looked at me cross-eyed thinking like, this guy's crazy. I have 3 kids, and he's looking at me like, how are you going to do that? He very diplomatically said, or we can figure out the couple exercises that you need the most and spend 20 to 30 minutes, and then you can really pinpoint. So that's really, a lot of us go through that, where we think we have to do everything under the sun, when what we really need is that really pinpointed assessment. We need to figure out, so like our assessment, for example, figures out what's tighter, your quads or your hamstrings. Those are opposite muscle groups. What's stronger, your quads or your hamstrings? What's weaker, quads or hamstrings? And with all muscle pairs. So that is a very important lesson that obviously I've had to learn myself, and kind of what I was touching on today with my client. So hope you enjoyed that. Again, I just kind of mic myself during the sessions and pull out what I think is valuable and will help you achieve your fitness goals. All right, thanks for listening.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.